What's up everyone, I'm Sendoh, and last night the CS2 team released a new update that quite surprisingly brings some big improvements to the game's replay system. They've introduced the True View replay system, which supposedly gives a more realistic representation of what actually happened during a match, showing the precise moment when a player took an action or clicked to shoot. On top of that, they've also fixed several movement issues, improved surfing, and squashed a few other bugs. So as always, let's go through the patch notes. And at the end, we'll talk about the current state of the CS2 market, because honestly, the crazy growth we've seen these past days isn't entirely accurate. Let's go! As always, let's start by reading through the official notes. This time, Valve has introduced the True View system. According to Valve's post, they've added a new feature to the demo system called True View. With True View, match replays now represent what players actually experience in-game. Previously, demos displayed what the server saw, ignoring the player's network latency. That's why in replays we often saw completely desynced shots, or moments where bullets just didn't register at all. Now, True View should give a more accurate representation of the observed player's client-side version, meaning we'll supposedly see exactly what that player saw in real time, rather than just the server's version. However, True View is disabled by default on demos recorded before this update, so if you're watching all demos, you won't get that improved accuracy. Even with True View enabled, there may still be some differences between what's shown in the replay and what the player actually saw, especially in slow motion playback. Some damage effects might appear with slight timing differences due to how the CPU and GPU handle the game. Additionally, True View will now display damage prediction on enemies if the observed player had that setting enabled at the time. They've also fixed several bugs in the demo system, like third-person animations not displaying correctly, and an issue where the game advanced one tick after unpausing a demo. Overall, this is a nice update. It's good to see Valve improving the replay tool because a lot of people use it to review games, catch cheaters, or even make content. It wasn't a highly requested feature, but it's definitely useful. Now for the other part of the patch, a few more gameplay fixes. First, they fixed an issue where air acceleration wasn't working properly during surf maps. So it looks like the surf mode, which had been broken for over a month, is finally fixed. They also fixed an issue where ramp surfing wasn't being registered correctly, making it unnecessarily slow. As you can see in this comparison made by Thor CS2, the old version took around 35 seconds, while the new one takes only 20. Another fix addresses inconsistent delays between shooting and unscoping, and they also made some animation tweaks to the auto noob. Lastly, the developer console bar now properly accepts mouse clicks. That's basically everything for today's patch. Nothing huge, but the demo improvements are genuinely great. To wrap up today's video, let's talk a bit about the current state of the CS2 market. Over the past 24 hours, prices have dropped slightly, and of course, some people are already panicking, expecting another market crash. Realistically, no one can predict that, but after such a wild recovery, a correction was inevitable. Many people think this recovery was driven by heavy price manipulation and other theories, but I should mention something important. The market cap feature from Price Empire isn't representing the CS2 market accurately. That's because it still counts red skins, covered items that have already been used in contracts. They're likely working on a fix to filter out all those skins that no longer exist. But if thousands of covered skins are being traded in daily and still counted, it obviously inflates the total market cap, especially when high-value items like knives and gloves appear in their place. It's not a massive difference, but it does create a margin of error. So if the site says the market cap is $5 billion, the real number might actually be a bit lower. The CS2 market has been absolutely insane lately. We've seen massive spikes and occasional dips, but unless Valve makes another drastic change, we shouldn't see another panic wave anytime soon. So stay calm. That's pretty much all I've got for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, any news or updates will be here on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with everything CS2. I'm Sendoh and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!